Hey everybody, it's April with Diamonds.and.Doo-dads. How are you doing today? I just remembered I don't have my mic on, so let me grab that and let's see if that helps our sound any. All right, we'll see how that plays out, see if it sounds any better. All right, so all that's out of the way. Good morning. Hello, welcome. If you're new here, thank you so much for being here. This is a diamond painting channel where I share my journey with diamond painting and maybe throwing in a couple of other things too. Cross stitch, maybe some pixels. I'm not sure yet. Right now I just concentrate on my diamond painting. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Like this video, hit that all notifications bell so you're notified anytime I upload any new material. And to my OG subscribers, welcome back. You guys know I love you and I appreciate your support. All right, so today I am working on my canvas for Ever After's event. And you know what? I don't even know what the name of the event is. Yeah, it's an event. Let's see. Let me look at my computer and I will tell you what the name of it is as soon as I get there. It's a Molly Harrison event. I don't know if it, oh, hello. It's called Molly Madness. And so this is an event where you do any Ever After Molly Harrison canvas, and so that's what I'm doing. This is called Little Bunny Girl by Molly Harrison. It's a 45 by 60. I am really close to being done. I would like to be done tomorrow. Today is Thursday, and it's March the 26th, 2026. I don't know where the time went. It has just flown by. It's gone unbelievably quickly for this year. So let's see. I don't do a lot of WIP and chats because I don't feel like I have anything of interest to share and babble about. But I do have a family and I do have, my everyday life. And so we can talk about that. First, I'd like to let you know that my sister was here for a visit, my sister and my brother. I hadn't seen my brother since Thanksgiving, and then I haven't seen my sister for a couple of years, I think since my birthday, my 60th birthday a couple of years ago. She lives in Texas. My brother lives in Georgia. My brother, I've been able to see him a lot because he got a divorce, and so he's got a lot more freedom. We'll just say that. I want to be nice because I do like my ex-sister-in-law, and everybody has their stuff, and I know my brother's a handful. So there. And if you know me, I try to keep the peace with everybody, and I just wear my rose-colored glasses, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Yep, if I ignore it, it'll go away. And let me be the ostrich and stick my head in the sand. But anyhow, so she was here, and talk about tangents. Wow, she was here, and I wasn't able to go. Her 60th birthday was March the 3rd. I wasn't able to go there to Texas for her birthday because my father-in-law had passed the week before Christmas, and we stayed in Michigan for 2 weeks, and the financial was just really bad. Not bad, but it was a lot of money. And I would never do anything over again. I mean, I wouldn't change anything that happened. But we did stay there for 2 weeks in a hotel. All meals were eaten out primarily, with the exception of just a few. And we had a rental car for a couple of days, and then we were able to use my mother-in-law's car. So we had the hotel, food, and we had to board our dog for 2 weeks, and that's a huge expense. We had airline tickets, and so anyway, all of those things added up to where I wasn't able to go and visit my sister for or surprise her or anything like that for her 60th birthday. So, wasn't able to do that, and that's okay. She understood, loves me anyway. She was gonna come here and see Dad, so it worked out where she came, and I gave her a little surprise party. With our family that lives here, and we had a wonderful time. It was a great visit with my sister. I always love visiting with her. She's my best friend, and nobody knows you like your sister. Do we sometimes squabble? Of course we do. We're sisters. Family members squabble at times. But it's nothing like it was when we were kids and our parents were pitting us against each other, but that's a whole nother story. Anyhow, I'm gonna shut up, April. Shut up. So yeah, been just hung out with her. She came on Friday the 13th and went back home on the 18th. And so we had a really great visit. She got to spend a lot of time with Dad, and it was just fun. It's so nice, having someone that you don't have to you don't have to change for or worry about what you say or any of that, and it's just really nice. I don't have a lot of friends. I try real hard to make good friends, but I'm always let down and disappointed. And my last, I have four best friends. One of them, I can pick up the phone. We still haven't talked to each other all year long this year. And if I picked up the phone today, we would talk. And it would be like I just talked to her 5 minutes ago. And it was like we hadn't skipped a beat. And so I love that lady. She lives in my area now. And so now that I'm retired, I am going to carve out time to spend with her. Oops, that's not what I want. I have another best friend who currently lives in the Tampa area. However, they are moving back to Georgia, and she is like my ride or die bud as well. And I don't have to worry about anything with her. But now that I've retired, they're moving back to Georgia. So, I won't have her local, but we will talk on the phone and all that. And, if you consider Brooksville local, yes, it's local for us. But anyhow, she'll be going back to Georgia, and I'm going to miss her terribly. And just the convenience of being able to hop in the car and drive 2 hours instead of, 6 or 8, depending on traffic, to go visit. Oh boy, let me just keep talking myself into sadness here. Gosh. And then I have, so that was her, and that was her. And then I have another person who calls me their best friend, but this person only reaches out to me when they need something. They have left me out of two very important parts of their life when I let them into everything and gave my all. And I just don't, let's just say they have a grandchild that I haven't met. I think the kid is now, the little boy, he's precious. What is he, 2 or 3 years old? And I still haven't met him, and they see him all the time, and you know, here I am, I'm such a good friend, but I wasn't even invited to the frickin' baby shower. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? That really hurt. And so after that, I just kept distancing myself, and then I found out something else. And you know, the reason why, you know, she had pulled back, blah 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 blah. I'm like, no, that's not the reason. You've always been that way. It's always been when it's convenient for me to be your friend, I'm your friend. So I'm friends. I don't consider her a best friend anymore. I consider her a friend, and kind of getting to the acquaintance level at this point. But yeah, I'd like to think, I mean, they're the one that lives the closest to me out of everybody, and it's really sad because, you know, we could hang out and do stuff together, and you know, instead, no, their choices are different. And okay, if I don't know, if I'm not your cup of tea, just let me know. That's fine, but don't be calling me, you know, telling everybody, oh, that's my best friend, blah 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 blah, posting all this crap on Facebook, and then you don't mean a word of it, and you know it, and I know it. Oh boy. All right. So anyhow, that person is still a friend, but I can't call them a best friend. The first two, yes. Now, I had number 4. I had a best friend for 25 years, 24 years. I don't know, 25, 24. Anyhow, the way that I was a friend, what I had to give apparently wasn't enough or good enough ever. And if things weren't that person's way, or the way they thought it should be, or if I didn't respond a certain way or in a certain time frame, or call this person every single day, and follow their advice all the time and whatnot, you know, I just got gaslit a lot. Snarky remarks on Facebook, or Fakebook is what I really call it, that I know were directed at me, and then you would confront the person and they would be like, oh no, that was about my cousin, or that was about so and so, or blah, blah, bullshit. How convenient. Oh, sorry, YouTube. How convenient. How convenient. I have not spoken to this person after I cut ties with them. It was 2 years in February. I don't have time to play games. I mean, I felt like I was in freaking high school, you know? Oh, you didn't call me. Oh, you didn't do this. You didn't do that. Me, 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 me. Yeah. I once told this person that they were the most non judgmental person that I knew, and they are, as long as it wasn't me that they were interacting with. I always felt like I was being judged. So I don't know. It was a very codependent relationship. That's the only way I can describe it. That's why it went on for so long. And I learned a lot from it. I mean, here's just to show you something. We were supposed to go on a cruise together in 2024. Okay. Well, we went ahead and booked the cruise, and then, you know, we were going to go whether they went or not. So she had to find out, like, about graduation for her daughter or whatever. And So apparently her granddaughter was graduating that weekend that we were going to be, one of the weekends we were going to be gone, because it was an 8-day cruise. And, so they couldn't go. And I'm like, okay, well, that's great, sorry you can't go, and blah, 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 blah. And everything was good. Well, anyhow, we were supposed to go on that cruise together. Okay, so that was way months before, I just severed ties with the person. That we had made the, like a year or something, several months. But anyhow, so this is how twisted this person is, okay? The last time we had any communication, and I got a new phone, so I don't have this verbatim from the phone, but the last time, I do know the date was February the 29th, 2024, was the last time I talked to her. And it was by text. And the gist of her conversation was that I never listened to her or did anything that she said or followed any of her advice. So, therefore, I took it to mean that I was, in the wrong for that. I wish I could remember what it said. Like I said, I went from an Android to an iPhone, and I didn't even think about saving the messages from her or anybody else for that matter. But anyhow, so that was February 29th, 2024. We went on our cruise on May the 15th, 2024, somewhere around that date. And one night I was laying in the bed, and we always get the premium Wi-Fi package, because we always get all these upgrades and have lots of money, onboard credit and all that. And so I always get that premium Wi-Fi package. So I had access to texting and Facebook and Messenger and all of that stuff. So anyhow, can you believe this? I'm sitting there holding my phone, about to go to sleep, looking to see what time it is, checking the weather, and she freaking texted me. She texted me. Now, I saw the preview pop up, and I looked at it. First of all, I was like, what the heck, fire? That's not what I said, but, you can imagine what I said. What the fudge sickle? And so I saw this preview, and that's all I saw. I saw was something about thank you for 25 years of friendship, and I learned so much, and that was pretty much all I saw, because what I did was I went and I clicked on the message, I shoved it into archive, I never read it. Never read it. All I saw was that very, preview part that you can see when you get a message on iPhone. I'm sorry, on a text message. And I never read it. But the gist of it, I could already tell. Now, I'm assuming here, since I didn't read the message, but it certainly sounded, and you let me know what you think down in the comments. It certainly sounded like, another one of those attempts to try to turn things around and, guilt me or something. I don't know. It was just sounded like another type of manipulation. It's 2.5 months later, February, March, April, May. Yeah. 2.5 months later, and out of the blue, you text me this, oh, I appreciate our friendship for 25 years, blah, 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 blah. Whatever else she said, because I didn't read the whole thing. Come on. Really? You must think I am effing stupid. Really. haven't talked to the person again, don't speak about the person, nothing. We have mutual friends that I introduced. Wish I never would have done that. But I don't speak about that person with those mutual friends, and they don't speak about that person with me. I have no idea if they're still friends with them, if they're hanging out, whatever. Don't know. Don't care. What they do is their business. Don't bring me into it. If you want to continue to be. Anyway, if you want, who you're friends with is your business. And for whatever reason, our friendship went bye-bye. And, I wish this person nothing but the best. It's just time to move on. If I think about it, on the end of this, or in the description down below, I will put a copy of a message. It was like a text or something I got on Messenger from the best friend that I told you I could pick up the phone and it'd be like, we hadn't talked to each other in years, but it'd be like we hadn't dropped a beat, that person. And she's like, this made me think of you and so and so. And it was spot on. I don't wish that my ex best friend any harm or ill will. I just can't. To protect my peace and my mental health, I have to stay away. I have to stay away. My other friends told me for years. My husband told me for years. My sister told me for years. This isn't working out for you. This is what's going on. Because they all saw it. You need to distance yourself, blah, blah, blah. And I couldn't do it. It was, like I said, a very codependent relationship. But, when you're in it, you don't see it. Anyway, I'll put that little link or copy of what the person said, the words. It was spot on. People outgrow each other, whatever. And it was just time to go. It was time for me to go. I miss having I really feel kind of isolated because I don't have anybody to just run and hang out with. Although I will be making sure that happens with my friend that lives locally now. So maybe that void will get filled. But I do mourn the good times that we had together and all the fun, and our husbands were best friends. I stood up and both of her weddings that she had when we were together during that time frame. I actually introduced her to one of her husbands. Yeah. So, there's a lot of history there. And I just got to build new history with somebody, somebody that cares about me and isn't going to treat me like shit. And I know who that person is. I know who those people are. And I'm going to continue to be friends with these people and foster those relationships and help them continue to grow and mature. And, these two girls that I'm talking about, I have been friends with one of them for 26 years. And the other person, God almighty, it is close to 30 years that we have been friends. And it doesn't matter I was there for the birth of her very first child. I was her coach. And went through a lot with her first husband. I don't know what I was going to say, but anyhow, those two people are precious to me. Oh, 30 years, almost 30 years. I mean, I'm telling you. Oh, shoot. Did I just? No, I didn't. Okay. I am telling you, this person, I could call them and tell them anything. There would be no judgment. There would be no fear of repercussion. There would be nothing but, I love you. I'm sorry this is happening. How can I help? You know, there would be all of that. And that's what I need. Those are people you want in your life. The people that are in your corner. The ones that'll stand with you. Man, this has become a really philosophical type. It's not even about diamond painting today. But you know, oh gosh, back to diamond painting. Diamond painting gives you a chance to focus on good things. You know, focus on your thoughts, slow your mind down, examine things. So for me, it's been really, I guess what I'm trying to say, it's therapeutic. Diamond painting is therapeutic for me, and helps me see things clearly. And I like the order of diamond painting because there's a place for everything and everything has a place. And there's order and all of that. Wow, I'm excited because I think I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow. I might. I'm gonna work really hard. If not tomorrow, Saturday. I'm gonna make it happen. I have to stay focused and not distracted though. All right, so well, if you're new here, you just got a big lesson in the life of April. So let's see what I want to say. Okay, where am I going with my channel? I don't know. I have good days and bad days. I have content. My problem is I don't get it uploaded in a timely fashion, or if ever, because I'm not good at the editing part, and some things need to be edited or clarified or something. And anyhow, things are very elementary at my channel. And I feel like, you know, for being a creator for a little over a year, which I didn't even do anything to celebrate that, I don't know, I should be better at creating, and I'm not. But I have a lot of ideas, and so I think I'm just gonna, I'll hang out with it here, maybe at least for the next 6 months, if not a year, till the end of the year. I was doing monthly, I was gonna do monthly like WIP parades, work in progress parades. For those of you that knew, WIP stands for WIP, work in progress, which is what are you working on for your diamond painting. Like right here, this is my work, one of my works in progress. I have 18 or 20. Anyhow, I was gonna do that every month, but you know, my last one I was gonna put out at the middle of the month for February. I was putting it out in the middle of March, and I kind of got made to feel like that was too late to do it, so I didn't put it out. So I changed my mind and I'm going to do it quarterly. And so you'll see that I had one in January, and now I'm going to have one in March, and then it'll be quarterly. So my March month in review is going to be for February and March. I'll combine those two together, and I'll try to, I mean, I know what I finished in February and I know what I finished in March, so, or didn't finish, as the case may be. So I can, I'll be able to delineate all that out. But I started doing Temu again, so I'm going to be doing, you'll see Temu hauls, trying to concentrate on, not that I need them, but building up a partial stash because I love partials. They're a quick and easy finish, and also a good way to get people started in diamond painting. So, my other thing that I'm this year, and I'm not doing too good at it, I just bought 5 restocks this past week, plus a brand new one that's from a new to me shop that I will share with you when it gets there in a few weeks, couple months. I don't, what was I saying? Shoot, I don't remember. But focusing on what I'm doing is going to be small shop focuses, either whether it's diamond paintings or accessories. I'm really, this is where I was going. I really want to get away from buying diamond paintings, except for the partials and probably minis. So I've already done it this year. I've been good about wish listing stuff and just waiting for it to come back in stock. And if it happens to be a low restock or a true restock, I look at it again and I'm like, okay, do I really want this or not? And that's helped a lot with my purchasing. But there are still some times where I am like, oh my gosh, I really need that when I really don't. I've been, I ask myself, okay, who are my must have artists? What are my no compromises? So for some people it's Margaret Morales. Well, for me, it is any of the landscape people. So I'm talking, well, first of all, if it's Bonnie White and it's not Halloween centric or spooky, it's in my stash. I'm buying it. Okay. Then the landscape artists that I like are, I like James Mager. I like Dominic Davison, Chuck Pinson, all the OGs. Any Donna Gelsingers that are landscape centric, those people. So, I mean, I already assume that I'm going to buy it. And once I've had a chance to really study it and look at the rendering and the sneak peeks and all that, then I'm like, okay, that helps me make my final decision. That also gets me into trouble because that is how I have found some new artists and also bought some art that I never in my life thought that I would ever buy or be interested in. So watch out with the sneak peeks, people, because you might start going down rabbit holes. That's all I'm saying. So what I'd like to do is focus on, like I said, the partials, minis, and then accessories. I really, I have a lot of accessories, and so what I'm trying to do right now, okay, and all of a sudden we're just gonna start talking, Bose. Okay, you go right ahead. So I really want to concentrate on trying to find budget friendly accessories. Can we really save money on Temu with some of our 3D and resin items? And, is it worth it? So I'm going to be focusing on that. I'm going to share in my Temu hauls whatever I buy. So that's not going to be diamond painting forward. That's just going to be whatever it is. Unless I happen to have that haul focused on diamond painting, and you'll know when you see the title or the thumbnail. Another thing I'm going to focus on this year is destashing. I have a bunch of stuff to destash. Kind of been waiting for a group that I'm in to get the destash going. It hasn't. So I'm just going to do my own. And I'm trying to decide if I should, let me know down in the comments. I'm trying to decide if I should do like a show and tell destash here, like pick 10 or 15. I'm gonna start with my budget friendlies because I have a lot of those and I want to whittle down that stash to 25%. I'm not getting rid of any of my partials. It's all the full diamond paintings. So I thought I would whittle that down to 25% of what I have now, because I have probably close to 200 200 full diamond painting budget friendly diamond paintings, and then I have maybe 100 partials. I don't know, but anyhow, so let me know, should I make a list and post it as a community post of what I'm destashing, and then you can ask for photos and I can email them, or should I do like a show and tell video of what I'm destashing, which sounds like a lot of work, but it also sounds like fun because then I feel like I'm interacting with people. And it'll be done in chunks, a few at a time. Should I theme them, like, oh, let's get all the flowers and do those? Oh, let's get all the Disney art and do those? Oh, or that might be too hard, but let me know what you think. Landscapes, should I do those? Gnomes, should I do those? Let me know if you think I should do spreadsheet style, the show and tell destash, or like a community post. Let me know what you think down in the comments. I've been rambling with you for 37 minutes now, and so I'm going to let you go because I look at the watch times and usually people click off of these about 17 minutes. So if you're new here, again, welcome. Thanks for being here. And to my OGs, like I was saying earlier, I love you guys. Thanks so much for your support. I want to end with what I usually say, which is, it doesn't cost you anything to be nice. So please just be a nice person. You don't know what anybody else is going through, and your smile or you opening the door for them or giving them a $5 gift card to Starbucks might be the best thing that happens to them all day, all week, all month, all year, maybe. You just never know. And with that, I hope that you do something nice for someone else, and most importantly, do something nice for yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and continue to sparkle on.